Hey there, randos. Random Dave here. We're going to be doing a VVT solenoid swap out on this 2009 Toyota Camry base model, and we're also going to change out the lift support struts for the hood. Two pretty quick processes here on a sunny morning here in San Diego. Shouldn't take too long, so we're going to get the hood popped open and get to work here. I know there's a lot of these videos on the solenoid and the hood struts on the YouTubes, but I haven't made any content in a while for y'all, so we're gonna do that and yeah, be done here in a jiff, so sit tight and enjoy. Alright, we're just gonna give you a little demo of these weak struts here. Lift up the hood, wants to come down, push it up a little higher. It just holds a bit, but any little movement wants to drop. You know, to me that's time to change them out. All right, so got these lift support struts from Rock Auto, made in China, but the price was decent, and you know, I was pretty happy with my last Rock Auto purchase. So here's the part number 86333, and yeah, I just searched it up by the vehicle. So one thing I'm going to do is take some locking pliers and throw them on the opposite side strut to hold it open. Hopefully you can see that over here. Just going to clamp that on there. Not too firm, but that should do the trick. Feels pretty solid. I'm gonna grab a screwdriver here, and there's some clips to pop off up on the top here. See if we can get a little focus. These little spots here have got to pop off, and I'll show you how that is gonna work. Alright, looks like we got a decent enough view there. I just have a little hook tool. Just get underneath it gently and ease that off. I got a screwdriver here as well if I needed a little help. Come on, baby. There we go. So that loosened up the squeeze on the end, and just popped off that little nub. Same deal. Get our little hook underneath, give it a tug, and they're off. You can see these little kind of wings that stick into the hole. They go around the ball nub down in there, hold it into place. I just took the whole darn clip off because it was giving me trouble. Alright, down at the bottom. That one just snapped in. Nice. Maybe they both will just snap in. I don't have to play with that pick. Alright. Second verse, same as the first. Alright, so that's all unhooked. Let's come up top here. Get our nub. Like top first is the way to go. See if it'll just snap. It does. Alright, this is what some fresh struts should do. You lift it up, you get past that point, no need to push and hold. Alright, one done. Next thing we're going to do is that VVT solenoid back in there. And that'll be a little challenging because that hides right here. I'm going to have to get some light. You can't see jack. But right down in there is our VVT solenoid. There she goes. That is our little lady. So we're going to have to pop that clip off. And these are always a pain in the toot. Oh boy. Something I can get a little better purchase. There we go. That's not going to stay wherever we want it, but oh well. So there's a tenor underneath where my finger is pointing. Now what we're doing is working on getting out this bracket that holds this vacuum tube, and I need to grab an extension. Alright, so I got my little Capri socket here, ratchet here, and some half-length socket ends, 10 millimeter. It's looking like doing the trick for us here. That little guy, definitely making a difference. Out she comes. It's going to give us a little room here. So underneath, if we can get a little better angle where my finger is, there's a tenor down there. And not a 10-pound note. Alright, that was easy. It's not too long, thankfully. Probably about a centimeter. There she's out. Set that aside. So this is held on with an O-ring. So we're just going to twist it, you know, just a little rotation to kind of break it free, and don't want to break anything. So try to get a purchase under there, maybe two hands come around here and give her the what for straight out if we can. Boy, that's tight. Should have removed this damn beauty cover. Let's do that right now. Lever action, purchase on it. There we go. Just got a screwdriver under the edge there and levered it while I pulled straight. So it's NTK. Interesting name. Wonder if they're trying to sound like NGK or something. And there's our number, VV0066. VVT solenoid, Rock Auto. So here, let's just do a quick side by side. They are a little different, OEM and what we got here. OEM, you can see covered in oil. It's got this kind of open area. This NTK one does not. Less robust of a bracket. on the NTK. VVT looks pretty dang solid. So I thought, you know what, for $40 I can do a little quick test here and see if this helps my cold start difficulties. I'll be keeping that in the car just in case I get stranded somewhere. I got my ratchet set and everything in the car. If I had to swap this out, I could do it in a pinch. So let's find our opening here. Try to get it all lined up nice and straight. Push it right in. Alright, now we're going to get our first 10. Reach underneath there, and you're going to probably have to do a little wiggle shimmy on the female plug end here up top, just to make sure your hole is lined up. And do try your darndest not to drop this thing down into the mystery well. Alright, finger tight as far as I can. And let's get our little Capri baby in there. And just tight enough, not too tight. No surprise these cheap ass gloves are torn through on the thumb. Alright, let's tighten that up. And she's in. Hear that click? Incidentally, it's 66 inch-pounds of torque on the VVT bolt. 66 inch-pounds, not foot-pounds. Check our work. Everything's in there, secured back up. Got our new struts on here. Lift supports. Beauty cover. Scotty Kilmer's favorite. Loves these things, doesn't he? So do I. Actually, I'd prefer to have it, even if it is not fun for mechanics. Got to put it on so we get those points at the car show, right? Eric knows what I'm talking about. Man, that sunbaking on there makes it pretty hot. I've already cleaned out the throttle body. And that butterfly valve best I could. Some brake clean. Gave it a good scrubbing. That didn't seem to help the problem. I don't know. I've also heard that potentially these OEM Toyota fuel pumps, which is what I put in, they've had some bad batches through there. So maybe it still is the fuel pump. Eventually I'll probably troubleshoot this through the fuel rail to see if that's a deal. And I'll troubleshoot those ignition coils. I'm not too worried about getting the right answer because the thing does start eventually. You know, I've learned a few tricks about feathering the gas pedal at certain times when I see the tachometer kind of blip up a little bit. So sometimes I think, oh, maybe it is a spark thing. I don't know. Fuel thing, could be anything right now. So I'm just kind of having fun with learning as I go. Not doing a full diagnostic. I know that's probably causing people to tear their hair out, but that's what I'm doing. Alright, gang, guess all that's left is to fire this pig up, as they say. It's probably gonna fire up right away, but whatever, we'll do it. Well, hopefully you heard that, and we'll see what happens. Did feel kind of rough starting, and then shutting it down, it kind of had a vibration to it. I don't know if that's diagnostic or not, but we'll see how it goes. I also replaced the battery. You know, I cheaped out on my previous battery, and you know, I got a couple of good years out of it. It was actually undersized, and you know, I bought a battery tester on sale, Amazon, and it showed there was some bad cells in it. So I thought, okay, let's get the right battery. So I did. That previous one was like 600 CCAs. This one's 750. Didn't make a difference either. So, you know, we're narrowing things down as we get closer to figuring out what's going on and heading towards a fuel delivery problem or a spark problem. That's our direction. All right, gang. Let's show my mug here as we do our sign out. All right, so we saw new struts, lift supports for the hood. Successful there. A little easier than I planned, or anticipated, I should say. Removing them, you do have to pull those tabs back, but you can just snap them back on without having to mess with those tabs. So that would save me 5 minutes right there. And then our VVT, take off your beauty cover and it'll give you a little more room to work, but it's not hard. And yeah, try to just, you know, experiment with your own car, do your own thing. So on that note, Random Dave is out of here.